A government task force to battle dirty public toilets is now in full force. The goal is to improve cleanliness at common loos, especially those found at coffee shops and the ones at hawker centres. The team just held its first meeting, co-chaired by Senior Parliamentary Secretary for Sustainability and the Environment, Baey Yam Keng, and Andrew Khng, who also chairs the Public Hygiene Council. In his Facebook post, Mr. Baey shared how he was heartened to hear from members about their experiences and insights on the issue. First announced during the Committee of Supply debates in early March this year, the initiative is part of the Ministry's Year of Public Hygiene campaign, and it brings together members of the public and private sector to improve the hygiene standards of public toilets in the country. It follows recent findings by the Singapore Management University that while public toilet cleanliness has generally improved, loos at coffee shops and the ones at hawker centres, they don't quite measure up. For an update, we have in the studio Senior Parliamentary Secretary, Ministry for Sustainability and the Environment, Mr. Baey Yam Keng, and on Zoom as well this evening, Mr. Andrew Khng. They are both co-chairing the Public Toilets Taskforce convened earlier this year. Welcome to the programme to both of you. It's good to see you.
Hi, good evening, Dawn.
So, Mr. Baey, this is the first time that a task force like this has been assembled to look at the cleanliness of public toilets. Why now?
Well, you said earlier about this year being the Year of Public Hygiene, so we wanted to put a lot of focus on public cleanliness. And based on various surveys, the bugbear has always been public toilets, especially in coffee shops and hawker centres. And in an ageing population, we want our seniors to also age in the community, want to get out, socialise, and inevitably, not just them, every one of us will visit a toilet in a coffee shop or hawker centre. And survey after survey is the lowest in terms of satisfaction levels. Therefore, we felt that we must get something done. And this also built on the momentum of the 4SG exercise, where we look at the collective responsibility for us to shape a shared future for Singapore. And really, we need everyone to play a part to keep our public toilets clean.
Yeah. It is a persistent problem. Mr. Khng, let's bring you in on the conversation here and talk about the task force. It's quite diverse. Why the need for all of this diversity for this task force to actually get the work done that it needs to?
I think, Dawn, when we first thought about looking at the public toilets, we also wanted to know the root cause of it. And from different aspects of people, like even the architects or the designers, or even the coffee shop operators, or even the cleaners or cleaning companies, they are able to give us the feedback and also design and develop something that is more so-called well thought of. And even the academias, the professional, the industry associations, they themselves also play a very important part in making sure that, you know, we when we roll out this program, we will not leave any stones unturned. And Public Hygiene Council, the idea was to actually focus on education and champion for good public cleanliness and hygiene habits among our people. So I think here reason is very clear. We want to do something that is really tailored and catered and actually be very useful for even the masses of people, even right up to the aging population.
So it's a combination sort of effort, right? You want to be able to improve people's habits, but you want the design as well of the toilets to work. Everyone has different habits. So hopefully the design works. But Mr. Khng, you have experience in the construction sector as well. So tell us how materials use is going to make a difference in that design that you were just talking about.
Basically, design has is part and parcel of the whole system itself. I can only tell you that, you know, For example, like selecting the flooring tiles and maybe even the wash basins. These are very critical because you need to understand the function, the processes, the capability of what they can do best for the coffee shop toilets, especially when the coffee shop toilets are very heavily utilized. And basically with that, then you can actually plan well ahead to ensure that all the material used will be durable for the coffee shop cleaners and even the users that they will actually take care of it and to actually make sure that everything is functional.
Yeah, that's the irony because they're so heavily used, right? I mean,
Yes, indeed, yeah.
And they should be really the cleanest. But talk to us, Mr. Baey, about the first meeting of the task force and what the outcomes have been.
Well, we had our meeting last month, and we focused on 4 aspects. So one is design and infrastructure, as what Andrew shared. So it's about going upstream to make sure that a toilet could be well designed for easy maintenance or user-friendly. Secondly is the cleaning and maintenance regime. All right, when it's built well, you need the premises owners to be able to maintain them well. What is the frequency, how they clean and wash the toilet. Thirdly, we need to look at also how do we monitor, audit, and also, where necessary, carry out enforcement. All right, if there are irresponsible premises owners who are not doing their part to maintain the toilets well, what should we do about it? And last but not least is outreach and engagement. That's where we need the community to come together, partnerships with users, with the community, so that everyone can help towards a cleaner toilet for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, it's important to use the public space like you would your own at home. I think, but it comes down to more than that when it's in public. Mr. Khng, we understand that some members of the group, they've just returned from this study trip to Japan to learn best practices about cleaning models there as well. What are some of your observations from that trip?
Actually, from this trip, we actually went to see some of these toilets under the Tokyo toilet projects. It was done, I think, outstandingly very, very well. They put a lot of thought into it, and they made it such a way that for even the Japanese ladies, they previously they did not even dare to go into the public toilet. But after when they revamp and they restructure these public toilets, there was a marked increase on usage by the Japanese ladies. And basically, for us, we can take this away and look at how some of this can work for our coffee shops here. Take, for example, some of this prefabrication or even the urinal that is full length and even future proofing for our aging population. And I think that really helps us to understand that we are also looking for a solution, but we need to have our own solution rather than just following somebody else's. But looking at it, we also have these issues of dirty toilets, smelly toilets, dimly lit toilets, and even scary ones sometimes. Yeah. So here we need to have a way to actually try to standardize some of our coffee shop toilets so that we will not be able so that we'll be able to look at it and have that kind of feel that this kind of toilets will actually be clearly easy to maintain, as well as also making things functional for especially the elders.
Yeah. I think Singapore wants to be proud of our public toilets in our hawker centres, in our coffee shops, like every other toilet in Singapore. Thank you so much. And good luck as well with this project, Mr. Baey, Mr. Khng. Thank you for joining me this evening. Co-chairman of the Public Toilets Taskforce, Senior Parliamentary Secretary Baey Yam Keng, and Mr. Andrew Khng. Thank you.